Hey there, folks. Johnny Highland here in my home studio in Chatham, Virginia, and I'm so excited to be bringing you this video on a brand new pedal that's just blowing my mind, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's by my friends and family at Eventide, and it's called the Micro Pitch Delay. Now, for those of you that don't know, I've been an Eventide endorser for a great many years, and they are family to me at Eventide. I love them to pieces. But they sometimes, I get a chance to check out a pedal even before it comes out. And that's the case with this micro pitch delay. So before we actually do some sound samples, let me show you this bad boy of a pedal, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, we're looking down at the pedal now. And as you can see, we have 6 knobs available to us. And then over here, we have 5 little LED lights that represent which of the 5 presets we're on. But from upper left to right, you actually have a mix knob, pitch A, pitch B, and then you have a little switch there that's a push button that lights up, and that goes from primary to secondary functions. Bottom row, you have depth, rate and sensitivity, and pitch mix. But if you push that little switch in on the upper right-hand corner, the light will come on, and then the mix knob turns into a tone knob. Then you have delay A, delay B. Bottom row, you actually have a mod knob, feedback knob, and then you actually have an out level. So, and then, of course, if I move down, you can see that you actually have 2 foot switches available. You actually have your on and off switch and a tap switch. And, of course, those actually serve different functions as well. Like for an example, you can actually store your presets, you can tap tempo, you can do all kinds of great stuff. But now, let's flip the pedal over and look at the front panel here. So now, what you have is you have your in, and your outs are actually 1 and 2, so you can run in stereo. Then you have an expression pedal jack. Then you have your USB port for the device manager software. Yes, you can plug this baby in to some software and get all kinds of presets. Then you have a 9-volt DC, which is actually really cool. But then on the bottom, you actually have a mono and a stereo switch, and also a guitar and a line level. So a lot of good features on the front side of this pedal. And now, before I go into sound settings, I'd love to tell you a little bit more about what this pedal has to offer. Well, folks, the micro pitch delay is actually considered, from what I understand, the secret sauce that's been heard on countless hit records over the years. The pedal actually features dual pitch shifters with fine resolution detuning and modulation combined with delay in this awesome red housing. This pedal actually is really, really cool, and like all Eventide effects, it's built like a tank. The pedal was actually popularized by the H3000 harmonizer. You can use this pedal with any instrument. It's not just made for guitar. You can run keyboards with this, vocals, anything, really. But it actually offers subtle tone fattening and lush stereo widening rich detuned delays, thick modulation, and tempo synced special effects. It also has onboard tone controls that are in mono or stereo. You can run MIDI, you got preset storing, and most importantly, a new compact, easy-to-use interface. I also want you guys to know that Eventide also has an EDM software, which is Eventide's device manager. So not only do you have the tones available in the pedal that you can get by turning knobs, you can actually go into that software and have a lot of fun with this amazing pedal. So, I hate to say it though, I'm the legally blind guy, so to be frankly honest, I just plug it in, turn knobs, and get what I like. And, that's the beautiful thing about Eventide as well, guys. I mean, with these new pedals, it's literally plug in and go, and you will find sounds that just make your mouth water. So, I'm just blown away with it. So I think now it's time that we plug my guitar back in and let's check out some sound samples. I want to talk to you first about what I did for my chicken picking lead guitar part. What I actually did is from the very first sound in the 5 presets that you can save, there is like a rockabilly delay. And what I love about that is you can actually get another delay that from the pitch B, where you can actually create an elongated delay and have the rockabilly delay at the same time, which you would not be able to do on a common pedal board unless you actually had 2 separate delays where you could do that. But in this pedal, you have both at the same time, which is just really amazing. And of course, in stereo as well. So I'm going to actually show you what that sounds like. Now, what's so cool about that is I actually have it kind of turned down for that chicken picking thing that I love, and even some of that pseudo Danny Gatton kind of stuff, you know. But you can really make this pedal stand out and do some pretty remarkable things. So even in this rockabilly one with the extra delay, I'm going to show you what you can do with that. That's actually pretty incredible right there. So then what I actually did to do the rock part is I added my Johnny Hiland Sweet Spot Super Drive by Keeley Electronics, and then I moved on to the next position, which we'll get to here in just a second. Now, what I actually want to show you guys before we get into that is I actually just went down to preset number 3. And, yeah, just making sure. And the cool thing is, I didn't use it in the song that I played at the beginning, but I love this for this pedal for this lush kind of big, delayed, long kind of reverb thing that it does on chords. And I'm actually, you know, in doing full band tracking for people, I've actually used this effect quite a bit already. But let me just show you what that sounds like. Is that not sweet or what, guys? That is just truly incredible. So now let me get back to what I was going to talk to you about in the song where I did the distorted guitar part. But I just had to share with you what I used preset number 3 for. The first one you heard, the rockabilly chicken picking solo, was on number 1. Now you've heard number 3. I don't think I used 2 in this song, but I'm going to move down to preset 4. And this is just an amazing sound. Certainly, you know, something that would definitely remind me of, you know, real kind of out there, you know, in stereo. It just takes your tone and just blossoms it. So it's really incredible. So this is what I did. Now, can you take that tone and blossom it even more? Sure you can. That's why I think it's great that there are 2 mix knobs on here for the mix of the overall pedal, but also for the the pitch. So check this out, guys. This is pretty cool. I'm going to blossom this thing way out for you. Check it out. That right there is just truly incredible. You know, guys, I stand in awe of everything that Eventide builds. And you can get some of the most amazing out there kind of alien-like tones. Let me give you an example of some of that. Now, guys, I wasn't turning anything there. You know, the pedal just does it on its own. How do it know, right? All I can tell you guys is this pedal is just remarkably fun. It really is. It's, you know, for the price point that Eventide wants for this, you can't help but go out and get this amazing pedal. There's so much on board here that will allow you the most fun you've ever had in a pedal, that's for sure. Well, there you have it, folks. Our first look at the micro pitch delay by my dear friends at Eventide. Man, this pedal is just blowing my mind, guys. I'm so tickled to have a chance to play it and bring this video to you guys. It's awesome. And one reason I say that it's awesome is because I was always the endorser with Eventide going, can't y'all make something that's smaller and fits on a board easier and has less knobs and less switches and buttons and all that fun stuff? And when they actually released this line of pedals, I was just so amazed. And of course, this is the newest addition to the line. And I have to tell you guys, I'm the endorser standing there going, yeah, Eventide rocks. They actually do listen. And it really, really amazes me now that they're taking their sought-after effects, you know, that, you know, have come down through the years, and they're putting them in pedals this size that we can use with ease. And they're very user-friendly and, of course, awesome-looking, too. So this is Johnny Highland saying go out to your local retailer or jump online and make sure you buy the Micro Pitch Delay by Eventide today. Or you can actually go to eventide.com and pick it up right there, too. So make sure you come join me on Facebook every other Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Johnny Highland Official. And make sure you also check out johnnyhighland.net when you get a chance. And make sure you like and subscribe my new YouTube channel as well. You know, I appreciate the support, folks, and I can't wait to hear stories in my email about y'all getting the Micro Pitch Delay by Eventide. God bless y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.